morning on day 4. Last night I got to camp next to the Thompson River and had all of this great background noise. The only problem was it's a very hilly spot. There were really hardly any, there was no flat spot, so I was fighting gravity all night. But other than that, it was an okay night. It was probably my worst night of sleep on trail on this trip yet, but that's okay. So today's plan is to at least get to Toxaway, the Toxaway campsites up by Lake Jocassee, and we'll reassess and see how I feel from there. If I do feel like going on, I'm gonna have to go up and over Heartbreak Ridge today. So plan A is Toxaway Camp. Plan B is over Heartbreak and just getting to Rock Creek Camp, because that's just on the other side of Heartbreak. We'll see what happens. The sun is the clouds are clearing. We're done with the rain. It did rain this morning, so I'm getting a little bit of later start at a camp because I wanted to just kind of wait out the rain. I knew it was going to be over this morning because I didn't want to have to pack up in the rain. All right, so it is, I don't know, maybe 8 o'clock or so. So here we go. It's going to be a good day. It's a cooler day. The sun's going to be out. I'm excited. The best part about sleeping by a river or a creek is the background noise it gives you to sleep to overnight. The worst part is the climb up out of the valley where the river or creek is. First thing in the morning. That will warm up your legs and your breathing, your lungs. It'll warm everything up. Climbing up away from that river. I put on my leggings last night to sleep in because it got down, I think it was getting down into the 30s last night. And I had them on to wear today, and I'm so glad that I changed into my shorts, because I would have not survived the day in pants. I'm already sweating from that climb up out of Thompson. And it's only gonna get hotter from here. Look at these views. All right, I just looked at Peak Finder, and this pointy mountain right out there, that's Pinnacle Mountain. Just on the other side of that is Table Rock. So that's where I'm headed. Made it to Coley Creek campsite. This is where I was originally, this was plan B from last night. Down there. It's dry, but there is a little creek down there, down the trail just a little bit. Whew. That was quite a climb. I'm satisfied with where I stayed last night. I don't think I could have climbed up. Words. Where are you, words? I don't think I could have made that climb last night because I was just so gassed by the time I got to the river. So I'm happy I decided to stay down there. See a little road down there. That's the first road I've seen since, since Fish Hatchery that I've seen, but that I know of since Bad Creek. Here's that road. It's just a service road. This must be where Hover was talking about there is a secret bail point. This must be it. Because usually they have the gates closed off. But sometimes they don't. Ooh. And I know this is where they did a lot of work with the big machinery after Helene. I remember coming through here and it wasn't all covered in leaves and stuff. And it was like just clay and tire marks, and they did so much work. And I'm so grateful for all the work that was done. This is not going to capture how steep that was. I just came down this. This is where I was planning on coming last night. That was the original plan. Obviously didn't make it. But look at this. Tool shearing. Go with some loppers and put it in another lopper box at Bear Camp Creek. Won't be doing that today, but that's pretty cool. Okay, I made it to Bear Camp Creek campsite. I actually have camped here right over there before. Just stopping for a quick break. I'm trying to be more intentional about resting my feet today. I think I just looked at the map and I should have just over 11 miles, maybe like 11 and a quarter miles until camp tonight. So there's another site. I think I'll stop at like Bear Gap campsite for lunch. That's in like 5 miles. But it seems it's going pretty good today so far. It has been a lot of downhill so far, so I'm sure that's another reason why I want to be more intentional about breaks today, because I want to give my knees a rest from going downhill. Just don't have time to take long breaks. But I'll stop here, get a little snack, maybe fill up on some water and keep on going. I met another through hiker today. The only other new one that I met today is just one. So it seems like it's slowing down, although I'm sure some of those that have longer days in them, like longer miles in them, will catch up soon. So yeah, it's going pretty good so far. So at Bear Camp Creek, I had to fill up on water, and look how they tell you how you know where the easiest access point is. Blue rocks. So cool. Here we go. Here's the other box if you were to pick up the tools from the one at Hilliard, but look, 38.9 to Table Rock. Oh look, they're marking for bear cables with red rocks. The bear cable's over there. That's cool. Oh my gosh, the wind is so cold. I gotta get moving. Looky here. Yes! I can't believe it. I'm officially halfway done. Yeah. The sun was too tempting along this little valley. I just had to put all my my tent, ground sheet, and fly out to dry in the sun from last night and this morning's rain. So I guess I'll just stop here for lunch instead of going down to Bear Gap and let my stuff dry for a bit. I didn't get it in the trail though. We're good. It's all on the side. I just took a break to let everything dry out. And I just went ahead and had some lunch while I was there, sitting in the sun. It was a really nice break. And I let stuff charge up too while I was there. Like I put my phone on the charger, put my watch on the charger, and so I'm tracking this whole thing on my watch, and I press resume later like I have for the last 3 nights. Only this time, it didn't resume later. It must have saved. And now I don't know if it saved because it just started all the way freaking over on this watch. And now I don't know if I've lost all of the progress that I've already made. Bummer. And there's no way for me to know until I get signal. Oh, I'm so bummed about that if it doesn't save it. Stairs. Don't know how far they go down around that corner. Those stairs keep going up and around this big boy and up. They like wind up the mountain. I counted 56 on that. That's a better view of that. Oh boy. These boards on this bridge are a little loose. Wow. Look at that. Stairs, stairs, and more stairs. Made it to the first suspension bridge. Nice. Here's the Bear Gap. I'm gonna fill up on some water. Maybe have a snack. Maybe put on a jacket. It is cold. The cold is coming in. Oh good, they got the blue rocks at this one too. Nice. Okay. Well, I thought this would, oh, there it is. I was like, where's Table Rock? 33.7. Ah, dang. Toxaway River is still basically 6 miles. That's where I was trying to get to tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's already 3 o'clock. Maybe a little after. And I've got to go. Although I did pull out my, all these stairs with my knees. I did pull out my headlamp just in case. But I don't know. My feet are killing me today. This is a character building day. For sure. It's not even been hard terrain. I don't know why. It's just a mental day. Made it to the power lines. That means I'm about to enter the park. Here we are. 32.5 to Table Rock. I'm now entering Gorges State Park. Yay! That just gave me a little morale boost. Today's been tough. Mentally tough, not physically tough. The terrain has not been hard. I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of stairs, but the terrain's been pretty easy overall. It's just been mentally tough, and I don't know why, but I can say I have been kind of leapfrogging with Hover and Hurricane all day long, and we just took a break. Like, I was taking a break down at Bear Gap campsite, and then they came in to take a break too. And Hurricane's having a tough mental day too, so I gotta say, it's kind of nice to not be alone in that. I think I'm starting to get the first glimpse of Lake Jocassee down there. And great ridgeline views, and I will most likely be night hiking tonight. I spy a few big houses across the way. Let's see if I can find it in here. Oh yeah, there's one. That's at 15 zoom. And there's the other. That looks like just a garage, maybe. Huh. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if we can see this on the video. Oh. Well, I turned this on at the wrong time. I thought I was going to stop at... Oh. Hang on. Okay. Try that again. I've been night hiking for about an hour, and I thought I had convinced myself to go ahead and stop right at the end of Canebrake, but then I couldn't find the campsite so far out says it's there. So I kept going looking for them, and then I started seeing the lights of the campers at Toxaway, and I knew I wasn't far, so I'm pushing on to there. But there are a lot of lights over there, so I'm really hoping and praying that I have sight tonight. Oh, here we go. Big swinging bridge. And while I'm on this, the batteries in my headlamp are dying. I'm on the lowest setting right now. I think I put some extra batteries in my cache that I haven't gotten to yet. But I don't know for sure. So that means I'm not going to waste battery in the morning packing up before a little bit of daylight. I'm going to try to conserve this battery. 27.8 to Table Rock. And another swinging bridge. Oh, this one's more bouncy. Oh! Oh! Okay. Day 4 is over. I was actually already in bed and I forgot to do this ending video. But I just had to get up and now I'm wide awake. And I had to get up because there were some folks that were hanging out by the campfire. And apparently they didn't put the coals out and we just had a big gust of wind come up and I saw like flames flickering outside of my tent and it was a full-on fire again and everybody's in bed now. And I didn't have any water, so I had to rush down to the creek that we're camping next to. Rush down to the creek and get 2 liters of water in my Canuck bag and come up here and douse the coals. Did not want a raging fire in the middle of the night while everybody's sleeping. So anyway, today I went from Thompson River to Toxaway River. It was hard to tell how many miles, for crying out loud. It was a whole day today. Like, my watch isn't tracking right. Probably user error. I was doing it as a resume later, so you can pause it and resume it later. I think I talked about this earlier. And I'm hoping that I press save instead of resume later. But whenever I started it again, it was like starting fresh, brand new. So anyway, the map says that it's about 14 and a half-ish where I'm at right now. And it was just a mental day today. Like, today was just tough mentally. I don't think it was really tough physically, although my feet were just crying by the end. And then whenever I finally sat down, after I got to camp and pitched my tent, and I finally sat down to cook some supper, my knees were hurting so bad that I almost felt like I might have been like groaning and moaning, and there were people around the fire too, so I kind of felt bad about that, but what are you gonna do? But it's still hurting, and I took some ibuprofen. I'm really wanting it to kick in soon, but anyhow, I have to reassess what I'm gonna do tomorrow. And I don't know what that is yet, but at least tonight, and it's supposed to get down to, I think, 20 degrees tonight. So I'm all bundled up. I've got all the layers on. I need to put some gloves on. I've got all the hand and toe warmers. I'm pretty toasty right now. But anyway, at least there's not going to be a fire licking up next to me with the wind tonight while I'm trying to sleep. Alright, until tomorrow.